Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the Walz-Vance debate, timelines, and we're going to go over the final word on Walz's military record. First, the Walz-Vance debate has been scheduled for October 1st on CNN. It should be interesting, especially now that Vance's allegations against Walz have been refuted by the only source that actually matters. And it's funny, because I was talking to Bo, and we don't talk about the channel much, but I was venting, and he asked how it was going. And I said, well, I got my first comment saying, stay in my lane. And he laughed and was like, well, what was it about? I said, well, I told him it was somebody thinking that I shouldn't be talking about the military or Walz's record. And he laughed even harder. And he asked me about the video, and I described it. And he said, well, you got to have a timeline. And I said, I had a timeline. I did one, and I showed him it on my notes app. And he's like, but was it in the video? And I said, no. So, let me fix that real quick, and then we will go to the only source that actually matters. February 10th, 2005, Walz filed with the FEC to run for Congress. Note, this decision was made before any other dates. March 17th, 2005, the National Guard Public Affairs Office first mentioned possible partial mobilization that might or might not affect Walz. May 16th, 2005, Walz retired. July 14th, alert orders for mobilization came down. August 14th, the actual mobilization orders came down. Walz had been retired for 3 months at this time. Quick break here to go ahead and address something. You'll hear people say Walz would have known before that because he was the command sergeant major. And if this timeline was occurring today, they would be right, because there would be something called a notification of source. The problem is that the policy they're using to say that, it wasn't implemented until 2009. Back when this happened, you just got orders when you got orders. Interestingly, these same people will deny he was an E9. Timelines, they matter. So, in August, they got real orders. Then, October 12th, 2005, they finally mobilized. But they didn't head to Iraq. They went to Mississippi, Camp Shelby, for training. So to all those people saying he could have inferred they were deploying from the training cycle, they're National Guard. The cycle you're talking about doesn't even occur until after mobilization. March 2006, they finally head to Iraq. This is more than a year after Walz filed his election paperwork and 10 months after he took off his command sergeant major's uniform for the last time. So the attacks are baseless. Now, let's play a game and see what Republicans are demanding of a man who already put in 4 years longer than he needed to for retirement. The unit's deployment lasted 22 months. So you add that to the lead-up time from when he filed. Republicans are demanding that instead of 24 years, again, 4 years longer than he needed, he should have done around 27 years. And they're demanding this because they think their voters are so easy to dupe and play for fools that they can't use a calendar. But he lied about his rank. No, he didn't. Here's that only source we were talking about, the only source that matters. This is Army Colonel Ryan Cochran, who is the Minnesota National Guard's Director of Manpower and Personnel, saying, quote, he was promoted to Sergeant Major E9 on September 17, 2004, and immediately began serving as Command Sergeant Major for the 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery, while his packet was submitted to the National Guard Bureau to appoint him to Command Sergeant Major E9. Once approved by NGB, he was laterally appointed to Command Sergeant Major E9 on April 1st, 2005. I know, you're saying, But the fragment of paperwork I was shown by people trying to mislead me said he was an E8. The Minnesota National Guard's State Public Affairs officer explained that, by quote, he retired as a Master Sergeant in 2005 for benefit purposes because he did not complete additional coursework. So there you go. They made it up. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.